Alright, so I finally finished marching up Mount Stupidity here, and we can push the attack. Give you a little bit of scenic beauty here as my Carthaginian army marches towards the hill camping defenders. Of course, I guess if they started me on top of a mountain, I'd probably hill camp it too. Let's see what we got. They got units all over the place. Hopefully my general doesn't get killed by a random sling stone. These guys are going to be hidden from the terrain, though they might get seen when they get down into this gully. That's going to be a nice little... Nope, yeah, they're visible now to these troops who are on top of the hill. I'm just going to charge straight into all these goons. I'm going to wait to charge my cav up, though. I'm actually going to keep all of my units out of phalanx formation because I'm not worried about any of these units that I'm fighting against. There's going to be some downhill hits here. Let's try and get to the top of this hill. AI has some cav charging over the hill. Okay, pretty well got all these guys mixed up. Let's bring my cav in from behind now. They got a really good charge into some of these infantry units that I had because they came up and over the hill, but I should be able to flood them with units now. Trying to intercept my flank here. Use the whip and some other stuff here. Okay. I'm going to drive home a pretty big hammer and anvil strike right up the hill here. And let's use my general right here. These guys... Okay, yeah, we just got a huge mass rout right there. Enemy general's back here, so let's see if we can hit him as well. Yeah, we just got a huge mass rout. Pretty much all across the line. Enemy general ought to die here in a second. Alright, there we go. All the Iberians are in full retreat. So that means that their garrison forces are now pretty much destroyed as well. So if that is the case, we ought to easily be able to take their city with little to no resistance, because their guys will not have retrained. Kill the captives. Somehow their general escapes alive, even though my guy... Well, never mind. He got killed. Die, scum!
Forgive me,
Perfect.
we cannot.
You can and will. So Iberia is now mine. We're going to auto-resolve this, as there's no need in me taking care of this on my own. So those guys should not have sallied forth against me, so we just dealt the Gallici, or whatever they are, a pretty huge defeat. And I doubt they're going to have an army quite strong enough to come up in here and do anything about it. Let's tear down these buildings, rebuild them on the next turn. Alright, we've retaken Alalia. Got a naval defense at Lily Biome. Syracuse. Lily Biome and Syracuse are starting to head into the negatives because of the influence from this, whatever Roman temples they have up here. Let's see if we can... Yeah, if we can sabotage these temples. Oh, don't have enough money to sabotage the temples, but if we can take them out, that would be helpful. Otherwise, Latin influence is going to prevail, and it's going to be very hard for me to keep these provinces under control. We can research new technology at this point. So we've now got less corruption, which is great. Probably need to finish this where, let's see, -3 construction cost. If I get to here, I can build larger town centers. That might be helpful. Alright, let's go ahead and end the turn and see what happens. I do have one skill to pass out, though. Guessing that's going to be to this new general. Put him down the commander tree. There's one of these guys that gets plus, or here, +5 of wounding enemy agents and self-defense. Maybe that's what I should put. Seems like my guys are always having to defend themselves. The Syracusan fleet should be out of the way, so I might go ahead and sail this army from Lepsis to Brundisium. And if I can get into Brundisium and Cosentia very quickly and just knock the Romans out of Magna Graecia, that should be great. Looks like they went ahead and navally sieged Carolus, so I'll chase them down over there with my navy and chase them off. That should free up Carolus from Roman assault and put us in good shape here. A sabotage attempt here from enemy agent. I now have enough money. Oh, there's a slum here, whereas you all have lovingly named them Patchy Factories. We're going to need a temple in this province. And right now I'm going to build this just to add further public order, and here I might build like a barracks or something.
Ready for battle.
These guys are retraining pretty quickly. There's another army here that's either sailed down or been magically created, one of the two. And we'll be ready to face off with them here soon. Let's see what else I can best use my money for here. Syracusan armies are accounted for. They're back defending Apollonia. So it's a little bit frightening. I'm going to sail this army around the coast. Put them a double time, but we're going to keep them close to cities where they can be reinforced. And then I'll kind of sail them out and around. We're going to have to act quickly, though, because we're losing influence on Sicily quickly. This Roman fleet ran from me once. Let's see if we can pin them down this time. Nope. So they appear to be afraid of engaging my fleet. This isn't a very particularly strong army here. But when has the AI been particularly effective? I'm thinking about seeing if we can make a naval landing in Velathri to at least garner the Romans' attention and start to hurt them, maybe keep them away from Corsica and Sicily. They have a whole bunch of little beat-up fleets and an army here that I'd really rather keep away from my mainlands. And then in a turn or two, this fleet should be able to get in position as well. So let's be bold here, even though I don't quite have all the troops that I want. And let's see if we can go into a forced march. No. This is going to be risky. I don't want to get caught at sea. I want to get on to land, so even if it means I'll get ambushed for being in the forced march, I'd feel better about being on land. I'm just outside of the range of that. So in the next turn I can take them out of forced march and we can hit Velathri, so the invasion of Italy has begun. And I feel like we should probably go ahead and push with this army into Cosentia as well. So no reason to give the Romans any chance. We can sail this army now into Sicily and maybe go overland where it'll be safer. And then my navy can continue to chase off these Roman navies, so we should be able to hit Rome with a multi-pronged attack here. Feeling pretty good about this. I'll let those guys retrain and then we'll move down and take that next province there. Might could use this navy to support as well. You know what, this navy would actually be more helpful back here against the Romans. So let's put this fleet on a double time rowing and get them coming back here towards the this end of the Mediterranean. Okay, let's end the turn. See what the Romans do. Looks like they have besieged Eulalia again, which is not real great, because that means they've sailed behind my backs. If it's transport ships, though, I might be able to try and get my fleet up there. Carolus can defend itself, even though... Well, of course, I got that army sailing up, too. I could always... Yeah, we'll figure it out, because I've got 3 armies focusing on the Romans now, just so long as Syracuse is trying to sail back and get me. So Syracuse knows that their city has been opened up once again. Look, this Roman fleet here now sailing south. Eulalia under threat by some enemy transports. Let's put the threat to the Romans. Let's take these guys out of their stance and take Velathri. Again, it thinks the Romans have a pretty good chance, so let's take the fight to the Roman streets. I don't see why it thinks they have such a good chance. My Libyans will be easily a match for whatever units they have here. So, yeah, not really sure what they're getting at here. Start deployment. I guess they sallied forth against me rather than fight in the city. So I'm going to start over here where I'm at a little less of a hill disadvantage. And to be honest, these guys are going to stand a better chance in the city than they were out here because now I can completely surround them. So I will gladly take these terms. Alright, my general is making promises of victory already. The Romans do have some velites, which are a decent skirmish unit. But again, I'm going to be able to easily surround their infantry force, and their only quality units are these legionnaires. These Roarii are going to get destroyed, and the legionnaires will get outflanked. So, again, not really sure what it was that the AI was banking on here to save themselves.
Libyan infantry!
Let's see, my Libyan infantry, 37, 46 weapon damage. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much on the same level as these Roman legionnaires. So, okay, let's make our move. Keep those guys in a blockier, more maneuverable formation. Alright, I'm going to fast forward a little bit more because we got to get all the way up this hill, but we again, should be an easy surrounding maneuver on the Romans. And I'll try and use my general to mop up the slingers, or the velites. I'll do it by coming around this flank. Whew, taking a lot of javelin fire there. And those flaming missiles do hurt your morale pretty substantially. Take the general on around. Let's see if we can catch these plebes here. Those Roarii are immediately wavering. And I am gaining, positionally speaking, the upper hand here.
Our general is under attack.
Let's move these guys up and around. Okay. That Roman general is moving in Testudo, I think. Okay, the Romans are getting destroyed across all fronts. Their legionnaire general is already wavering.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Those legionnaires are holding out pretty stalwart. Nope. I had some legionnaires that I thought I had finished that I hadn't. Oh, look at the enemy general pounded from behind by my bodyguard unit. Some of my Libyan infantry taking some pretty serious casualties, though. Legionnaires are good units, and even with a horrendous hammer and anvil, it took a minute for that unit to shatter. And let's go ahead and end the battle here. Got a solid defeat of the Romans. They sallied out to defeat me, so that should be the end of their army, and we should be in control of our first Italian settlement, which is pretty cool. Maybe kind of hard to control this settlement, though. So we'll see how it goes. There we go. Just because the Latin influence is going to be heavy, to say the least. I have to convert some of these buildings. Okay, we got those torn down. Okay, the Romans have yet to take Eulalia.
Orders, my lord.
That Roman fleet right here is a danger to this army, so I'm going to have to get them.
My lord.
Let's defend Libyum here. Libyum is somewhat revolty at the moment.
At your command.
I could sack Cassentia quickly, but I really need to come back and defend Syracuse, because no doubt these Syracusan armies have it out for me. We're definitely starting to lose the stability of this province, though, so the sooner I can break this army loose, get them all the way up here to Lilybaeum, the better. But I have to be careful. I can't sail out and risk getting caught at sea with that Roman fleet about. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. And then this fleet here,
Fleet reporting, my lord.
let's sail them to Alalia.
And glory. Drop anchor.
Okay, making good progress, good progress. And we will build a muster field here.
Ready for battle.
This army is ready to go out, and let us go forth here. This next settlement is a relatively small one, heavily defended, lots of tribesmen, lots of pretty good number of cavalry and swordsmen in this army, but nothing that we can't handle, so let's take these guys out. A little bit of lag here in the game. Hopefully it hasn't locked up. There it goes. Every now and then it kind of freezes up like that. Wow, there is a lot of enemies here. 1,500, 820 more, so like 2,380. Another 160 plus all the guys in the original army. Wow, they've got like over 3,000 men defending this small settlement. We'll start our deployment. Okay, so it looks like you've got to attack through a bit of a choke point, regardless of which way you come, because they've got some higher areas into lower areas. So let's just come from several directions. Swordsmen maybe from this direction. Let's take our hoplites right through the center of town. And then let's take our pikemen
awaiting orders.
right up this little choke pointed area, because they'll do well there. General here, Carthaginian cav here as well. So let's see how we can do, see how they've split up their forces, and then we should know how and when to attack. Move up here, swords down here.
Enemy
along the
reinforcements
coast.
approaching.
And let's do some scouting with our cav. And let's see what's down here. We got a lot of skirmishers down here, but they're all going to be pinned up. Let's move up, stay outside their range, but move up.
Balhamoon has blessed us. We await your orders.
Okay, yeah, and we got these swords coming from behind Libyan infantry, and we can cut them through right here.
Sons of Carthage.
They've got a fleet a pretty good ways out to sea. It looks like they're going to try and make landfall. Got some longboats coming. Okay, yeah, it looks like they're mostly just camping all over their town center. So, problem is I'd love to punch through. All the skirmishers are just going to go to town on my pikemen. I'd kind of like to put some pressure in a couple of other spots. So let's take these hoplites out and around there. Take these hoplites this way, and put these swordsmen here. Okay. I'm going to fast forward for a minute, let my guys get into a better position. I just need to be able to put pressure on the these guys from multiple directions, and that should minimize the effectiveness of their skirmishers, which could otherwise focus their attacks on on any one-pronged assaults that I have, but their city's pretty defensible because these walls. It's too bad I don't have skirmishers, though. I could bring them right down here and line them up and throw stuff over the cliffs at these guys. That would be a pretty nice scenario. They're bringing in their reinforcement troops here, which are a bunch of Iberian tribesmen. They've even brought some in over here. Looks like they're searching for all kinds of places to land them. Okay. Can only get down here from right here. Iberian skirmishers.
Libyan infantry.
Skirmishers.
Baal Hamon has blessed us.
Okay.
Of the day.
Libyans, we can move up here. We can go ahead and start pressuring from this direction.
Libyan infantry. At speed, my lord.
Start moving up all my infantry from this direction. Okay, we've kind of got a good multi-pronged assault started now. These guys all merged up over here is actually
Pikemen
just going to help
awaiting
me.
orders.
Just need to get my pikemen in there and make sure their pikes are down. These Libyan infantry will just be here for more of a holding maneuver, and then hopefully I can start to overtake these guys from behind as well. Iberian tribesmen coming in here.
Libyan infantry.
Tribesmen.
Awaiting orders. Quick! Our orders.
Use this one unit to chase down those skirmishers. Okay. Oh gosh, hopefully my guys got their pikes down here.
Awaiting orders. Pike infantry ready.
Start pushing with the pikes.
Spears at your command.
Wow, there is a absolute
Tatars are with us.
mess of
Infantry at your command.
Iberians everywhere.
We are at your command.
There's not going to be any real great way to make this happen,
Lords are with us.
other than just start pushing.
Libyan infantry.
Just mobs of skirmishers back here that hopefully I can
Spearmen
get a hold of.
for orders.
Libyan infantry.
Keep pushing that direction. My pikemen are
Orders.
cutting these guys down en masse.
Pikes ready.
So good. It's going to be really good for me there. It's a lot of Iberian swordsmen there. I'd really rather not charge in with my Libyans in
Libyan
that vicinity.
infantry.
Got some Iberian tribesmen to take out there. Kind of got
The gods are with us. Melee infantry ready.
kind of all
Loyal
bottlenecked
sons
up
of
here.
Carthage.
My guys are suffering some outflanking
Libyan infantry.
penalties. So if I can, yep, there we go. Kind of got those penalties undone. Keep pushing forward here.
Libyan infantry. We await
Just want to
your
keep my
orders.
guys from getting
Libyan infantry.
too bottled up. Just keep pushing in, keep
Libyan
pushing.
infantry. Pikemen.
Keep pushing here.
Libyan infantry.
Okay.
Orders, my lord.
Okay, this is going well now. These guys are gonna get outflanked and destroyed.
Sons of Carthage.
Those swordsmen were gonna do pretty well, but the swordsmen are wavering. Alright, good. Yeah, we're
Pikes ready.
definitely pushing these guys back at this point. Still don't really want to take those swordsmen head on yet with those Libyan hoplites.
Awaiting orders.
Okay, they continue to throw flaming
Libyan infantry.
missiles at me. These Iberian swordsmen continue to hold out up here, so
We understand.
they're actually killing this original hoplite unit that they engaged.
Ready for orders.
So I just need to
As you
completely
say.
and totally outflank them.
Organize yourselves.
Hopefully that'll help me out. The swordsmen are holding out a lot better than I've typically seen them do.
Pikemen awaiting orders.
Some Cantabrian Cav and some other skirmish units holding out here.
Hoplites ready.
Let's see. Okay, we've got a fight going on in the town square. A lot of Iberian swordsmen in the vicinity. My men back here are just straight up getting beat by these Iberian swordsmen, which is frustrating, because I have the guys outflanked and outnumbered, but then again, my Libyan units aren't so good. Okay, now a lot of their troops are mass routing. And let's see. I'll use the whip right here and see if we can cut through some of these guys with a little bit higher attack for a moment. And sure enough, these swordsmen cutting my guys down, but they're starting to take far too many casualties themselves. All those Iberian tribesmen are broken. Okay, I think we can start to push in here. And these guys are actually going to finally win against those swordsmen. And the fight on the town square has gone well for me. Yeah, that general just shattered as well. All their forces have shattered, so we've now taken the city. Relatively marginal losses there. I think we only lost 1 unit, so that definitely worked out well for us. Let's get back out to the campaign map and see what we have. 535 kills in one of those pike units, 525 from one of my swords. Good grief. That one unit there only got 67 kills. That's the unit that got beat back. So that is going to be the end of pretty much all their forces here. Occupy this. I will accept these guys' peace treaty if they ask for it, but only if they become a client state, which I doubt they're going to be willing to do. But now that I've beaten those guys back, it is possible perhaps for me to, let's see, can we convert this? No, tear it down, tear it down. Just have to tear all those buildings down. Boer is pretty unhappy, but as we finish some of these buildings, hopefully it'll bring this whole area under control some, though it's possible we could end up with some rebellion. Let's take a look at my other settlements, make sure I'm not leaving anything unbuilt or undone. Valathri, maybe? Do we need to... Okay, no, that stuff's being torn down.
Ready for battle.
Alright, it's been some busy turns, but I think I'm going to call it quits for here for now. We'll save it, and I will be back soon, but you can see that we're making some solid progress here. The Empire has expanded a great deal, and Rome is now under siege, or not Rome itself, but the Romans are receiving pushback in their homelands. Can we hold out against the Syracusan counterattack? We've got some interesting stuff coming up. Hope you all are ready. HeirofCarthage signing off for now.